You have in front of you the 2018 and 2019 preliminary budget preparation guidelines. We discussed them last week or 2 weeks ago in our briefing. There were no modifications or changes made to what the recommendations were at that point in time, and I'll just highlight the items that are included in the guidelines. Preliminary budgets are due back to the auditors no later than August 8th. The preparation for the budget is to include a 2018 as well as a 2019 preliminary budget. The current expense property tax levy is projected or is planned to have a 1% increase. Departments and electeds are asked to review for all possible fee increases and asked to bring those forward to the commission. The 2018 preliminary budget will have a 17.5% reduction in expenditures below the June 30th, 2017 level. The expectation is that 7.2% of that will be in the last 5 months of 2017, and that annualized becomes a 17.5% reduction in 2018. The traffic policing is budgeted for $1,500,000. Wages for union represented employees will be reflected as they are in our CBAs to include a general wage step and COLA increase. The wages for non-representatives shall reflect a 2% general wage increase with COLA increases as well. Wages for elected officials shall reflect increases stated in Resolution 95-16. And finally, the budget is projected to be adopted as 2 bottom lines, effectively salaries and benefits and operations. Those are the highlights. The document, if you request any changes, we should make modifications to it, but the expectation is that this will be submitted to the departments and the electeds today as the guidelines following the auditor's call for the preliminary budget.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Commissioners, any questions for Frank? As usual, this is the preliminary budget that we're setting out. Over as commission, each individual budget is put forward.
That's correct. And that'll be part of the budgeting review process. Once the preliminaries are submitted in August, the budget process will be to review those preliminary requests and then adopt a budget before year end with modifications as defined by the commission.
Okay. Just want to make a few comments. We have a full house here this morning, and I appreciate everybody's interest in this process. I hope that these are the worst budget guidelines that I have to send out during my term as commissioner. These are very challenging times. There are a number of reasons for those challenges. One of those challenges is over the past several years, spending has increased, costs have increased by about 28%. Revenues have increased by about 12%. That's simple math that shows that we were on an unsustainable track. And at this point, we have to make some very difficult decisions that I know are painful for a lot of people. Very painful for me. I live in this community too. I rely on the same services that some of you rely on and that all of you provide. And so you have my commitment that we're going to work through this together. We need to do this collaboratively. We need to make sure that we put ourselves on as firm a financial footing as possible for the future. And so you have my commitment here that this is a starting point, a very difficult starting point, but my door is open, it remains open, and I ask that you take advantage of that. Talk to me directly. I appreciate any of those conversations that can happen with me directly. as opposed to maybe previous practices where we've used alternative methods to share our concerns. So I look forward to having those conversations with you over the next few months. And with that, I'll turn it to Commissioner. Do you have any other comments?
Just like every other year, if you find a way that there's money, or one of us finds a way that there's money, we will take that into account and try to make something happen. Each year, for the last several years, we found a rabbit in the hat that we were able to pull out and make differences. This year, although I know I've been studying on it, trying to find, I found a few little tiny things, but not enough to make a huge impact yet. We'll continue to keep working, but that doesn't guarantee we're gonna find it, because you only have so many rabbits in the hat you can pull out. That's just the way it works. Eventually, there has to be some type of an action that makes something different. But I also want to remind you that although we can make all these different accusations and opinions, the truth of the matter is, we give a number, and how it gets cut is usually to the elected official. It doesn't mean that it has to be done the way they put it out in the press. That's a choice. There's other ways that things can be done. I'll listen to you for your options that you have, and I hope that you'll listen to me for some of the options that we have, because we do have opinions that may help so that the officers don't have to be laid off, especially. I'm speaking of the officers more than anything else right now, because that's where a lot of this comes down to. You know, when I first started this job, I was told by the sheriff that when we get in trouble, and they actually said it happened to one of the other commissioners first, but it ended up being me first, that he'll line the walls with them, and it's so hard to actually defend against that. But you know what, guys? Our job is the same as yours. We have to do our job. No matter how many people are here in front of us, there's only so many dollars, and we're gonna figure out the best way that we can to do it, and hopefully not have these impacts that seem so scary right now, that I don't think is realistic or necessary. I have options where I think we're gonna be able to handle at least for this year. It doesn't know that, no guarantees we're doing anything more for next year.
I'd like to reflect Commissioner Schuete's statement that my door is open too. Hopefully my door will be open for hearing ideas. I believe that collective knowledge, collective ideas is the best way to come up with answers and solutions. So if you got an idea, please bring it forward. Please bring it forward. And thank you for your service, everybody. This county's been through some rough times, they've been through some good times, and this is a rough time. But we all get through it.
Okay.